Hey, what's up guys? Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. I hope all is well on your end. Yeah, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Nasto. Hey, there's a very strong reflection in front of me. Yeah, we have some new mabati that we just installed the other day. Oh, let me find some shade. Actually guys, I'm not feeling well for the past 2-3 days. But again, they always say that asiyefanya kazi na asile. That's a Swahili saying, which means if you don't work, no eating. So we have to go out there and grind. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, kindly hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 40k subscribers, and thank you so much, yeah, to everyone who always comes back to watch our videos. If you haven't subscribed, you're missing a lot. So guys, we're here. This is our project back in the village. Yeah, this village is called Nyabohanse village, one of the most famous villages that we have around, maybe in Africa. So anyway, this project has really been hectic, very hectic on my end. I didn't know it was going to be this tough. Yeah, I've only been hearing that brick making is not child's play. Yeah, so for now we've managed to make like 15,000 bricks. We stopped, I think, last month. That's when we did our last bricks. So we are keeping them here so that they can dry to the fullest, so that when we start setting them, or rather preparing them for construction, at least they are easier to burn, because the more dry they are, the less firewood or the less manpower you're going to use. So this is the very first step of making clay bricks or mud bricks. Let me just call them mud bricks, because you have to prepare a ground like this, dig up the soil, prepare it, and then it stays overnight so that it somehow ferments, and then it becomes very easy for you to prepare your brick. So we did this. I think they're 15,000, not 1,500. Yeah, because my initial plan was to make 10,000. Then I said, oh, let me just add up and make even more, because for 10,000, this is what I was told, for 10,000 bricks and also for 15,000, the amount of firewood that you're going to be using is almost the same. But also, before you start this project at your place, there are things that you have to look into so that you don't make maybe the mistakes that most of us do. Sometimes you end up at a loss, because here in our village you can actually purchase a brick which is ready for a total of 10 Kenya shilling. You can convert that into your currencies, 10 Kenya shilling, because a dollar is 126 something, so that's around 0.01 maybe US dollars. So that little you can purchase one. So for 15,000 you can make that math and see maybe how much can you purchase 15,000 with. But again, if you want to save so much in this project, the trees have to be readily available at your place. Yeah, like maybe you have already the trees for burning the bricks after you prepare them, and also the distance doesn't have to be very far. So the mistake that we did, unfortunately, we did not have like trees, so we had to incur an extra cost. So yesterday, this is the job that we were doing. Also today, luckily, I found someone who sold for me, at least at a fair price, yeah, for the trees. But now where the challenge comes from is the labor that comes with you transporting the trees to your site. So if you want to avoid like a lot of extra expenses, at least have your own trees, your own ground like this. At least the cost will be a little fair, so you won't see that strain so much. So it was my first time doing such a project, and I really thank God that it came out successful. Yeah, we are let me say we are 90% done with this project, because the only step that has remained is now us to prepare a barn here. Maybe it will be like 5-6 mouths, yeah, 5 to 6. I'm not that sure, but the experts will help us. Marhaba. Yeah, the experts will help us in telling us how many maybe mouths you're supposed to make, so that at least all the bricks are burnt. So in our village, some of us use this. I don't know, guys, what do you use for construction at your places? Because blocks, for the blocks, I think it's a recent thing. It has just come recently. That's why many people have embraced it. For the blocks, they are less hectic, I would say, because what they require is just you to buy the sand, maybe bring the manpower to make your blocks. The blocks are those that we build our wall with. Yeah, so that is what maybe the blocks entails. So some people you choose that because you just have to buy maybe cement, you put there, your sand, you put there. If you have water, you put there. Yeah, but for this, trust me, it's one of the most hectic jobs, because you have to dig the ground, you have to bring firewood, you have to arrange the barn, you have to go through a lot of processes for you to finally have your bricks ready for construction. But it was one of the best experiences that I've ever had, so that at least I can get to know what people usually go through for them to get to this level. But these are very good, especially for construction. For example, for a 2-bedroom, you can make less than 10,000. I'm very sure you'll complete your 2-bedroom if the rooms are not that big, because for 5,000-6,000 you can reach to your lintel level, and then maybe 4,000 just the finishes up there, and closing the roof and stuff, and also for the extra, because sometimes you'll have extras which break during the arrangement here, and also during the offloading from the barn that you just created. So those are the losses. At least that's why I tried to make at least 15,000, because for 10,000 at least you have to add an extra for those that will break, for those that will not get burnt quickly. Yeah, so that's how you do. So the other day I was here, and I think this trench has really helped, because right now it's the rainy season in our village. We are experiencing some heavy rains from time to time. So you can see some time back the rains destroyed this place, you see. So some fell. So for me to avoid maybe future problems again like this, at least I made this trench the other day. So at least the water that comes from this roof drops here, and then it's drained into this trench over here. Yeah, so all the water is brought here, and also this one will help in refilling this hole. I know it will take some time, but a good thing, this land is not straight, so even for us to backfill this hole that is here, it's very easy, because if you look clearly, some parts like these ones, you can still dig them. You see there's still a hill here. You can still flatten it and refill here, so that we get back our land, which is a bit straight. Yeah, Liam is here to visit. Liam, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Sema good morning. Yes. Yeah, so that's the project that we are going on. Nakuja, usiingie. Sawa? Nazunguka. So yesterday we had a tractor. So for such firewood or logs, because for burning you need like huge logs. Babe, are you coming? Yeah? Go around. Hey, in ya kuchoma. Liam is asking me what these are for. So for burning your bricks, you need like bigger logs like this, because the first day they usually try to light up the barn. I think I'll take you through the process of preparing the bricks. So you need bigger logs like this. So these ones will be inserted inside the barn. They light it up, and then now they can and then now they can burn the bricks. So also you need small ones like this. Mostly the tiny ones are for lighting. So after lighting, after these logs are now burnt, they will seal the hole, and then now leave it for like two days, I think, overnight and also the next day, so that the burn is completely finished. So this is one tractor that we brought here yesterday. Again, I'm expecting another tractor to be here very soon, just some few minutes from now. Actually, it's because I was not really feeling well. That's why I did not go to the place where we were preparing. So I've sent my friends there to help me in supervision. Yeah, so we bought all this. But if you have your own trees, especially for burning, we usually select trees which are not good for timber. Trees that maybe are bent, tractor. Yeah, trees which are not straight, which are bent. Shuka hapo Liam, isikuji kuanguke. Shuka baba, twende. Tinga. Twende. Shuka hapo. Yeah. Unfortunately, they broke our gate. I think this place was small for taking a corner. Wacha Liam, usiende kwa shimo. Yeah. Now that we have some trees here, I think we'll use some to cover this hole. Babe, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. How is your day faring?
Well.
How are you seeing our project that we are going on with?
It's a nice one.
Is it hectic? Yeah?
You've come a long way.
Yeah, a long way. Actually, even for me, I think it was very hard for me to like finding the logs was very, very hectic, because they sell for you the trees. Some are down in the river, some are very far, so you have to try to get people to cut them, to carry them. Just imagine carrying a log like this. Liam, angalia shimo. Toka hapo baba. Toka. Yeah, Liam is playing in the hole. I think I'll get a few logs here. And nyoka itakushika hapo. Just trying to scare him. You see logs like this, you can imagine someone carrying them, loading them in a tractor. Very, very, very hard. Very hard. But at least I'm glad that they have arrived. So the next step is now to arrange this barn somewhere there. And then we can yeah. So from your experience, what do you think? Buying the bricks or burning like this?
Burning is a bit cheaper.
If the trees are in your place. Yeah, for example, if maybe these trees were ours around here, it will be very cheap. Yeah, you can imagine like a tractor like this, you pay 3,000 for them to bring it here. So those are two tinga. So 2 tractors, that's 6,000. You pay the person cutting them around 4,000. Yeah, for the people loading, you pay them around 3,500. So it's a lot of cost, and again you have to buy the logs. But I'm not complaining. It's just that it's a good experience. Yeah,
but it's expensive.
Could you? Very expensive.
Yeah, because I remember with us when my dad was burning the bricks.
Yeah,
they had the timbers at home.
Yeah, at home.
So the only thing they paid maybe was the labor for
the machine,
for arranging them,
and
also people burning them, and also for the machine, a person who's cutting the trees down. But for the timbers, they didn't have to buy because they have a lot of
trees. Yeah, and I think it's good that even us at our age, it's good at least if you have a piece of land somewhere, at least plant even 10 trees. You see, like these ones. You see, if you plant at least 10, even when Liam now one day wants to build, it's very easy for him. He'll just say, let me cut this, and that. And that's what our parents did. I think our generation is not planting more trees. Yeah, at least we have to continue what our parents, our grandfathers were doing, planting all these trees. And this one, it takes like maybe 5 years, 6 years. Yeah, a lot of years. But I think it's worth. Yeah.
It's
All right. Yeah. Do you know this one? Liam, shuka hapo juu. Shukisha. Liam, unajua hii? Usikujumie. Do you know what this is? This one. Huh? This one, when we were kids, we used to call it a sarigoko. You know what a sarigoko means? A roaster. Eh? A roaster is a male chicken. Yeah, guys. Sometime back I showed this, and people were saying it's a bit poisonous. So I don't know. Poisonous. But we used to play with it when we were kids. A lot. Let us know, guys, on the comment section. What do you call this? I see flower. Hii ni mbaya.
It's a nice flower.
Yeah. Ni mbaya. All right. Let's head home. Yeah. Uko juu kama ndege. Liam is saying he's up. Aya, kuja nikubebe twende. Shuka Liam, tunaenda sisi. Yeah.
He has been sick also.
Yeah. But Liam is fun. You know, even when he's sick. I think what helps him is how active he is. Shuka.
Mwache basa shuke. Tuone venye anajua. He's telling you.
He's saying he knows. Pole baba. Utaumia, acha nikubebe. Liam these days doesn't accept that he's a kid.
He wants to do everything by himself.
Siumie? Hey, pole. Nikushikilie. Hey. Unajua? Yeah, this generation at only 3 years he wants to know everything. Yeah. So also these stones, I think the owner of this place will break some. Yeah, like these ones for ballast. Yeah, because you see, like these ones are on the roadside. Yeah, he might decide to leave some and maybe destroy some. Yeah, so I'll be waiting for the tractor to come. Then after it has come, I think I'll come and cover this. Yeah, because even a cow can fall in here. Yeah. So this one, guys, we were trying to find water, but it's a borehole. Yeah. It's a. Is it a well or a borehole?
A well.
Tuendelea. Yeah, it's a well. Ikwaje? Unajua kutendea mwenye. Wewe ni mzee. Yeah, so this is a well. We were trying to find water because at our home we tried like how many? 4 boreholes. 4 wells. 5, you can imagine. 5 we never found. So I thought maybe if I try in this land here I will find. But again we met a lot of stones. So this area is full of stones. You see, like these ones over here. Rocks. And you might see it here and think that maybe it's just shallow. But you will crack down. and crack and crack and it will never end. Yeah, very deep. You'll see even something like this. You see this one? But now when you start like blasting it, you find now it's very big. You might find this one is even connected to that one. Yeah. So in our local language we call them orotare. You know what orotare means? Orotare is that place where, I don't know if you experienced this. Like my mom used to, when we used to harvest like sorghum or maize, there is a rock somewhere which is flat. You might find it's flat from here up to the wall. Yeah, so you use you use like a ladder to go up there. But up there is flat. So you go there, you air your mostly cassava. Yeah, you put your cassava, your sorghum, and it was for the village. Like it's, if you go, maybe you find someone there has already aired, maybe you come again tomorrow. Yeah, so that's what we used to call orotare. These days we have the nylon bags.
But in our place there are small stones.
Small stones.
There's a lot of small stones. So you find a land like this, instead of these big rocks, you find a lot of small
ones.
Like a lot of them. Even farming, you cannot even weed. If you weed like
Ah,
a lot of stones.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was sick, but he's under medication. I think
it's homesick.
yeah,
Homesick.
homesick.
That was school sick.
I think the food,
And he
the
has
food,
also reduced weight.
yeah, it's the
Very
food,
light.
yeah, the food in school, and also, yeah, and also like you know, also sometimes mixing with other kids. Maybe this one has a flu, this one has this, so. But I know he will get used to it. So, yeah, these are passion fruits, but unfortunately it's wild. I wish it was in our home. It produces very good passions, you see. But the problem is the village kids. Yeah, I don't know if it can be uprooted and planted inside. It's one of the best. Just come here like
Just say
after 2 weeks.
Just say it doesn't have a good support.
Yeah, a good security.
If
Also
there was
secure.
a trees,
Aye.
or maybe trees.
Trust me, with here, kids, they don't even leave them to ripe.
Yeah.
Once they start forming those passion, they come and break them. Yeah, so this is our back door gate. These days we rarely open. Yeah, you know, I removed.
You painted it, it looks.
Yeah,
new.
it really looks new. And I locked this place because of this grass. This place used to be very bad, but at least the grass are growing. Yeah, so welcome guys to our home. Yeah. Eh? Inasumbua? Nitaifunga. Because of the paint. Yeah, because of the paint, that back door you have to use like a lot of energy for it to be locked. These ones are not drying. I'm waiting for them to dry so that we can make a nursery. Yeah, those are chili pepper. Yeah. So since the rains have yesterday it did not rain, today also I don't know if it will rain. This is the much sand that we have gathered. Yeah. So we've been able to gather like I think over a tipper now, close to 2 now. All this from this place here, all this we've gathered. Today I was counting this so that I can pay the boys, and also we are also trying to transfer it. It's very good quality. Yeah, especially for plastering. Maybe one day I'll change my mind and plaster our front wall. Yeah, also all this, I think now close to 2 tippers of sand. That's what we've harvested. Yeah, so let me find if I'll take you where we bought the trees so that we can go and see the process and everything. Yeah, well, finally we are here. I even had to bring Liam for a small picnic so that he can explore the village and see how things are done. Yeah. I'm a bit late, but I think they are done loading. If there's something that is very strong, trust me, it's a tractor. A tractor can maneuver and can pass in places where you can't expect a car to pass. So here's the tractor. They are loading the timbers or the trees that we had bought, and there are so many. I don't know if they'll manage. I don't know if they really managed to finish. This is one of the strongest tractors that we have in Kenya. Yeah, called the Massey Ferguson. Old school but very strong. Yeah. Vipi John? Unaendelea? Ai. Safi. Nikumalizia. Ataweza. Yeah, so this is what has remained. Yeah. Just a little. We are almost finishing. Yeah, so this is the tractor. Yeah, very, very powerful. So this is the loading area, and this is where the driver sits. Yeah, one of the hardest. You see the gears. This is how the gears are, the brakes. If you don't have the experience, then this can become very hard for you to even ride. Yeah, but at least this huge tire usually helps it to not to get stuck. Yeah, you can see at least the friction on the ground helps it. Yeah, so let me take you to where we were getting these logs from. So I think two. Yeah, some we cut them from this place, and some we cut them from down the river. Let me take you there. That's why I was actually saying that it's very good for us, the younger generation, if you have land like this. Yeah, if you have land like this, try and plant a few trees. They'll be very helpful. So for this person here that burnt their bricks in this place, yeah, the cost was less compared to mine, because he already had the trees maybe around this place, so he didn't see the hardship, a lot of hardship. Yeah, so these are the mouths I was talking about. You see these ones. So this has like 1, 2, 3, 4, but ours maybe will have 6 or more. Yeah, there's a beautiful river somewhere here where we also cut some of the trees. Yeah, I don't advocate for cutting of trees, but even the people who sold me this, I told them that because actually it was for school fee. Yeah, they told me that because people know when you have like bricks ready for burning, so they came to my home and told me, hey, I have some trees there, so you can buy them, and at least they can get some money to take their kids to school. So at least they sold for us around 7 trees. Yeah, 7 of them. So see, some are here, but I was telling them at least plant more, when at least, because you can see at least these trees, they really help you a lot. So also plant more. So these are the type of trees, these ones. I think this is a eucalyptus, very good. So we did not cut this because if you look at this, it's very straight. So this one we left for them, the ones that are straight, so that they can, maybe if they want to sell to someone who maybe wants timbers. You see also this one is very straight up to there. So we were leaving the ones which are straight. So mostly they sell, let me call them the rejects for firewood. Ones which are not straight, ones which are bending somehow. Those are usually the type of trees that they sell for you. Yeah, because they can't make timbers from them. Yeah, so here they plant also yams. Yeah, I don't know, these are arrowroots. I don't know if these are arrowroots or yams. I hope there are no bees here. Yeah, because I'm seeing a very good water source for purification. I don't know if this one works. Yeah, some time back the county government used to provide this. Let me try and see. Oh, unfortunately it's not working. Yeah, so this was built in 2014. So these ones were being provided by, so this is called a chlorine dispenser. So they usually put here some medicine. Actually this is what provided them, Action Aid. It's I think an international company that that gives different support to different countries. So here, yeah, I remember in 2014 they used to really supply a lot of this. So it's been 10 years, but unfortunately no repairs has been done. So this is a very good water source. You see, it's a very small but good water source and very clean. So what they do, I think this pipe that they put here, I'm not sure of the name, maybe a dispenser, a chlorine dispenser. So it gets the water from this place and then purifies it. Yeah, maybe there's some machines down here, I'm not sure. So this one, so you're not allowed maybe to get your water directly from this place, but you can imagine since 2014 we still have this water source here. So it's very good, and it's also close to the river. Yeah, such indigenous trees, these ones. So these are the type of trees that they usually provide. You'll just find water coming from them naturally. Yeah, so I wish maybe the government can come back and maybe repair this. You see, there's no water coming from this place. Yeah, I don't know how it works. Yeah, so this is I think it's a good invention. There's no water in here. Yeah, since 2014, 11 years down the line. Yeah, I wish they can install more in the villages, because sometimes drinking directly from the river, sometimes it depends also with your stomach. There's some people who, if they drink that, they'll get stomach upsets. Yeah, and down here there's also a beautiful river. Yeah, so unfortunately we also had to pay this neighbor here. We paid them because the tree that we cut somewhere there hit, I think, 2 bananas. So they came, we compensated them, and we agreed. Yeah, so there's a beautiful stream down here. So here it's a very good position of just taking shower. You see, very clean water, super clean. Just imagine yourself taking shower in a place like this. Yeah, mostly this place is for men. Yeah, mostly you'll find men taking shower in this place. And there's another position, I think, down there where the women take shower and also maybe wash their clothes. Yeah, so here you'll not find a mixture, maybe male and female taking shower together. So there are different spots for the ladies and for the women, and also there's a different place for the men. Yeah, so this is how hectic this work is, because you can imagine carrying all those logs from down there uphill. It's a very steep hill. Yeah, even just me walking here, I feel like even my body is exhausted. Yeah. So I think now we are almost done. Yeah, I think these 2 tractors that we have will be enough for our work to be done. Yeah. So it's over. Yeah. I think now the work is over. They have loaded everything. So time to leave. Yeah. So this is the wagani hao?
Hawa watu hao.
Wenye wanakuona. Waambie basi.
Ambia wanipatie pesa.
Waambie wewe. Kwa Kiingereza in English. Yes.
Just give me money. Anza kunipatia pesa.
Yeah, they will give you. Give them your number.
Okay. Yes. 0728 15
yes
59
yes
72
0728
yeah
15 yeah, we'll try, because some people believe that when we do videos like this we are borrowing money, so that is the mentality. So he was telling me, hey, give me money. tell your people to give me money, but you never know. So I gave him the chance of reading his phone number. Maybe if you're touched, you can support him. Yeah, so what were you doing?
I'm doing the work.
Yes.
This work.
Of loading?
Yes.
Loading?
Yeah.
Bricks, stones?
Everything.
Everything?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Your name is?
John.
John?
Moshlin.
Yeah, he's called John. Twende Liam, panda pikipiki twende. Yeah, so Liam is on the other end. We have to meet somewhere up here. Yeah, kazi imekuaje sasa?
Kazi iko poa.
Iko poa? Yeah. Unajua wengine wakiona tunafanya video wao wanaamini ni pesa tunaomba.
Ndio. Hata jana unaona jana kipindi ulikuja na wale vijana walipiga kelele wanataka mwambie atupe pesa.
Yeah, it's not about money. It's just trying to show you how we live in Africa and how we do our things back here in Africa. But also but also if you are touched you can support them because to some uende na hii why na hiyo so we have to go and offload. There's a beautiful house that someone what's your name, my friend? Charles. You are in grade 5. Yeah, he's called Charles. He's in grade 5. I was talking about this. There's a beautiful house, very big, that was built here, but I know it's been here for years. Yeah, you can see very many rooms. Maybe this is the living room, maybe the bedroom, a toilet, another toilet. So they just set the foundation and left. But a good thing, this is a big milestone. If they decide one day to continue, it will be very easy. So even for me, I think God willing, next month I'll just try and at least set even a foundation and just stop there, and then we can see how to continue. This is, once you do this, I think it will be easy for continuation. So this is also a government institute. I don't know what it deals with. Yeah, you know, sometimes the government comes and builds houses like this for years. No one will use them. Yeah. Yesterday I passed here with someone and they were saying, you know, we don't even have a house, but there's a government house here which is not being used. So let's head home. Utatubeba? Amu kujuka ya palia. Njoni kubebe. Uko sawa? Okay. Yeah, this used to be a public school. A private. Yeah. You know, introduction of free education really affected most schools. So it was shut down because of the free education. Had very many students, this one. Yeah. Now it's just houses. All the doors have been stolen. Coming from the market, from our village market, buy goats, cows. All right, so let's meet back at home. The police have arrested some cars here. These ones. We have the carry cars here. They have been arrested. Liam has gone home. Yeah, so I have to go and wait for the truck that is rather the tractor that is bringing the timbers. My legs are paining like nobody's business. I was hit by malaria some 2 days, yeah, but at least now I'm recovering. Yeah, so when you visit Africa, have your malaria shots, sleep under the nets. They really help a lot, because malaria is not something to joke around with. Yeah, but at least for us, maybe our bodies have been used. Maybe they are used to it. Yeah, so at least have your malaria shots. Yeah, yeah. So let me just use this shortcut. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, the village right now, it's super green. Yeah. So this is corn or maize. Yeah, so there are different stages depending on the time that you planted. So that's why you'll see some farms are like this, and then you'll see some farms, maybe they are smaller, but it's usually maybe a month apart, because sometimes we don't have like irregular rain. So that's why you'll see maybe people planting at different times, or sometimes maybe you might lack the fertilizer. Yeah, so you might plant late. Yeah, so already this person here, already their maize has this, you see, it has already produced the cobs. I don't know if they're called cobs. Yeah, so we have different species. So there are some that can carry up to 2. See, like this one, I think this variety mostly carries 1. Yeah, there are some, if you're lucky, if you put like you get the right seeds, you get the right fertilizer, your maize can carry 2, because here I'm not seeing anyone which has 2. This one has 2, but this one is small, so this one is a waste. So only this will grow. Yeah. So this is where we are bringing the rest of the timbers, or let me say logs. Yeah, this is where we are bringing them. We're already home, so it's not that far. It's like 10 minutes drive from our place maybe to that area, but also because the tractor is loaded, so it will come a bit slow. So this was the first one that we brought, so now we are expecting the second, and I just pray that they are enough, because if you bring like less logs to burn, then you'll find that maybe half your bricks are burned, then the other half is going to waste. So it's also good that at least you have enough logs, but I'm very sure these ones will be more than enough. Yeah, we are going even to remain with some. So some that will remain, maybe we'll select some. We bring the power saw. We can still get the in Swahili we call them mabanzi, so I don't know the English name, because those are the covers. Yeah, for example, if you want to build maybe a chicken house, you can use these covers. Yeah, it looks like this, exactly, something like this. Yeah, so these ones are very good for building such something like a chicken house, maybe a dog kennel. You can use those logs. Yeah, so some like this, they were slicing them into half because of the weight. Maybe the ones that were too heavy, they were at least trying to make them a bit easy for transportation. The only loss that we've gone, I think, is at the gate here, but a good thing, we have the logs. Yeah, we'll repair after this truck goes. We'll come and repair because of this corner. So the corner was a bit small for the tractor to enter. So it was here. You can see they have uprooted. This is what they have done. The first guys that brought, unfortunately they have damaged our gate, but it's for the greater good. So once we are finished with the work, because at least we are not going to be bringing in more materials, and these bricks, transporting them, I think once they are ready, we'll find maybe an extra gate somewhere here. So this is the size. It's a very big size. This is the size of the bricks. Right now they are super dry. These ones, once they are burnt with a good expert, you will just be smiling. But also, someone had told me that this one was going to be very expensive. But for me, I was trying the experience. But also, sometimes, money, you can't like store it maybe somewhere, maybe in a bank somewhere. At least if you do something like this is something that you will never regret, because at least the money that you have used, you will always see the money here. At least you'll know the money I had, I made bricks. The money I had, I bought the logs. The money I had, the bricks that we burnt, at least we used them somewhere. So there are some people who are afraid maybe to start different projects, because they say, oh, this project will cost me a lot of money. I've not made the total estimation of how much we've used, but a good thing, we used to make them in installment. So they make maybe 5,000 bricks, you pay them, you wait maybe again for a second month, again you make maybe 5,000, you pay them. Slowly just gather your resources well, and within a short time you will have this, and within a short time your house will be standing. This is better than maybe going to keep your money somewhere. At least every day when I pass around, I can at least see where my money went to. So these ones are very good. I know the house will come out nicely once we start the project. So I can hear the tractor coming, so I'll be showing you how it's getting in here. Tractors are a good investment, especially in a village, because the same tractor during planting season, they plow the lands. After the planting season is over, they do jobs like this. They carry the logs, they carry bricks, they carry stones. So if you're in a village and maybe you're financially stable, I think a tractor is not a bad investment, or maybe even getting a pickup. Those are not bad investments if you do things correctly. Behind me is the tractor. They just arrived. I don't know how they'll maneuver with this borehole or well because you see the first tractor, imagine it stepped here, so I have to let them know that there's a hole here so that they can see how to balance it. I don't know if the tires will be separate or how they will do, or maybe they can maneuver maybe somewhere there, and then things will be okay. So here's the tractor. It's one of the most powerful things I've seen, because sometimes you're in a place where you don't believe a truck can get, but they tell you, a tractor will maneuver or will pass. So here it is. With the guys loaded. Kuna kashimo hapo mbele. Kuna kisima hapo. Angalia vizuri. I'm telling them about the well. They have managed. At least they have managed to pass. I think we put it in a wrong position. I was only targeting this line because there's a borehole, there's a well up there. So I was targeting this, maybe trying to see whether I can be lucky to find maybe water. Labda kate kuja chini. Time to offload. easy jobs.
On bro.
Yes, Jomba. Ukiaga 50. He's telling you to give him 50. Si umesha sema kenye shida. Anapiga kona. Nini nimekudunga ta? Mwiba. Oh, pole. Oh, sorry.
Watu naweza wapata aje niwe nakaa na tunadili na mambo bana. Napenda sana hizo maneno.
Maneno gani?
Hizo za hiyo.
Zinaitwa aje?
Hizo za YouTube hizo.
Unafungua tukiwa na simu, smartphone. Unafungua unaweka tu video zako, lakini si kuomba pesa. Kazi yetu si ya kuomba pesa.
Si hata mimi najua si ya kuomba pesa.
Kazi yetu unaonesha venye Afrika tunafanya mambo yetu. Watu wana watch. Alafu unalipwa. Sisi ukifungua channel
sawa ndio wanakulipa wao wenyewe wakitaka, si ndio?
Wakitaka.
Ukipata sponsor.
Ni kitu kama hiyo. Just trying to explain to him how YouTube works, because he's telling me that he would love to have something like this called YouTube so that he can be getting money from it. So I'm telling him what we do is not borrowing money. What we do is to show the real life here in Africa, how we do our things, the process of maybe brick making up to the end. So when you guys watch our videos, at least when you don't skip the ads, we get something small from YouTube. Some people, it's hard for them to understand because they are like, how can you be paid by just doing videos? So we try to explain maybe things and it gets easy. Yeah. So we are offloading now. Well, the process is going on of offloading. So this was the guy who was helping us in making the bricks. And maybe there's some questions that I have to ask. So, hii itachukua kama midomo mingapi?
Inachukua midomo mitano.
Mitano? Yeah, he's saying around 5 of those mouths that I was trying to explain. Na kuchoma inachukuanga siku ngapi? Siku ya kwanza ni nini inakuwa?
Siku ya kwanza tunachoma, tunalala hapo usiku kucha. Kesho yake tunafunika midomo, tunaenda. Tunaipea siku 3, tunafunua midomo.
Yeah, that was the information I really wanted to hear. So he says the first day after preparing the whole structure. So the first day they have to sleep here overnight. Hiyo kulala sasa inasaidia nini mkilala hapo?
Kulala tunalala, tunachoma moto. Tunachochea kuni.
Au mnaangalia stoboki kama?
Hapana.
Yeye ni kuchotea tu.
Tutawasha saa 8 mchana. Tunalala hapo mpaka asubuhi. Tena ukicheza tukiona bado haijakuwa, tunatoka hata saa 6 ya asubuhi. Tunaiangalia gauge yake.
Hiyo moto vinaenda juu.
Ambapo umefikia, tuna sehemu ukifika. Basi.
Yeah, so that is very good information. Maybe there's someone who also wanted to hear that. So I was asking the process and how many days maybe it takes. So the first day they start preparing at midday, around 2 p.m. So they have to sleep overnight. So the main reason of sleeping is to continue to add more firewood as they see the length of the fire, how it goes up there. So they sleep here overnight up to maybe the second day at around 12 midday. And then now they seal all the mouths. And now they wait for around 3 days. Now they come to open everything and see the process, if it has gone well. Yeah, I really needed that information. So what they are requesting is for the first day you have to, they're saying that they have to cook for themselves. So you buy for them maybe a kilo of meat. You give them with flour or flour. So they cook for themselves how they want. And then so it takes around 5 days for your bricks to be fully burnt. Yeah, I'll take you through the process. Yeah, we've come now towards the end of our day. Just going to confirm if everything has been dropped nicely, because during the time I was here, I had to go in and rest and leave the guys to finish up the work. Yeah, but I'm sure that at least we have we have all the necessary requirements just for us to set up or to burn our bricks. Hopefully no one is going to steal our firewood. Yeah, let us hope that no one will interfere with them, because these are very precious. Yeah, because most families around we use firewood, or rather they use firewood in cooking. So let me try to return this. I don't know if it will accept. Yeah, just have to try and see. At least return it into its hole. Just meanwhile, yeah, before we act like accordingly. It's a bit heavy, but at least for now we can just put it like that. Maybe no one will notice. Yeah, so anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for watching the video till this point. If you haven't subscribed, you're really missing a lot. So this is all we've gathered. I think it's even more than enough. It's more than enough. We still have some. So this was the last trip that we brought here. Yeah, you can see. So now we have set everything. Yeah, because this is a journey that we began. So no turning back. We have no otherwise than completing what we began. Because if we give up right now, then we will have wasted a lot of resources. Yeah, trying to set up everything. So we have no otherwise but move forward. As I said earlier, yeah, don't look at maybe the amount of money you've used in a certain project. As long as the project maybe became a success, yeah, you just have to move every step forward every single day and you will reach your goal. So guys, goodbye. Yeah, we'll be seeing you in our next video. Bye bye. Take good care of yourself. Keep us in prayers. Yeah, because a lot is actually going on. Yeah, so we really need those prayers. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.